Atlanta, the orange shirt right there.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, awesome.
This is a deeply distressing incident where 9 individuals have senselessly lost their lives. Our thoughts are with the families, the loved ones, the first responders in the greater Tumbler Ridge community, and all those impacted by this tragic incident. Upon arrival, there was active gunfire, and as officers approached the school, rounds were fired in their direction. Officers entered the school to locate the threat. Within minutes, an individual confirmed to be the shooter was located deceased with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The suspect has been identified as 18-year-old Jesse Van Rootselaar, who is a resident of Tumbler Ridge. 2 firearms, a long gun and a modified handgun, were recovered by responding officers. Determining the origin of these firearms and what role they played in the shootings remains a significant part of the active and ongoing investigation. So a suspect is identified as an 18-year-old female by the name of Jessie. We have a history of police attendance at the family residence. Some of those calls were related to mental health issues. I will say that, again, I'm not trying to be too circumspect, but police have attended that residence in the past, approximately a couple of years ago, where firearms were seized under the criminal code. I can say that at a later point in time, the lawful owner of those firearms petitioned for those firearms to be returned, and they were. I will say this, we identified the suspect as they chose to be identified in public and in social media. I can say that Jesse was born as a biological male who approximately, the information that I have, approximately 6 years ago began to transition to female and identified as female both socially and publicly.
So for the deceased victims, the school included a 39-year-old female educator, 3 12-year-old female students, 2 male students ages 12 and 13, and then the 2 additional victims were a 39-year-old female and an 11-year-old male that were located deceased at the local residence.
The female adult victim is the mother of the suspect, and the youth male is the brother of the suspect, or stepbrother.
Is it daughter?
Well, I knew them. I taught them soccer. We went to school. All these families know each other. She was just a beautiful soul. She's a light in our family. She loved art and anime. She wanted to go to school in Toronto, and she just loved her so much. She was thriving in high school. She never hurt a soul. She was a supporter, LGBTQ supporter, and she was the last person who ever deserved this. Yeah, I let her off. I let her go to school with her brother Ethan in the morning, and I soaked in that moment watching them walk in the door together for whatever reason, and I didn't know it would be the last time they'd go to school together.
Ethan had called about 3:05 after he had text messaged saying I love you, and he called and said that he was in a utility room and that he was hiding and he didn't know where Kylie was.
You must have known all these kids.
Yeah, I taught some of them soccer. Most of them were in Kylie's class. One of them was Kylie's best friend.
Zakaria was Kylie's best friend. This is so devastating to our community.
I walked around our rec center for about 6 hours looking for my child. The police wouldn't tell me anything. I went home not knowing where my daughter was until a high school kid named Maddie Levesque came here and told us her story about trying to save my daughter's life. The police didn't tell us anything. We had to find out through the community and through kids and rumors in the stands. We had to count because we were watching the news put up body counts and we weren't being told anything. And so we were doing numbers and math and figuring out, is our kid in a helicopter or is our kid dead? Like, it was so much confusing. No one told us anything all day. Hold your kids tight. Tell them you love them every day. You never know. You never know.
So yesterday we received the emergency alert from on our text there. So the emergency broadcast that it was a stay in shelter order, active shooter in town. No details on where, of course, but my place is just below the school. So you could hear traffic, a lot of sirens going on, helicopter. So I looked out my patio window and you could see a bunch of lineup of vehicles. So obviously those were parents of the children inside the school. So it's a very, very small community in the mountains.
I was just getting off my spare block and I was in the mechanics classroom preparing to do some work on my car when the alarm went off that I've never heard before. And our principal goes throughout the halls and she's saying, people close your doors, lock down, stuff like that. I thought it was a secure and hold and something like that at first. But once things started circulating, we realized how serious it really was. So we all barricaded up the doors with some iron tables and sat in that room for around 2 hours. I was on my phone with my mother the entire time. And about 2 hours and 30 minutes passed when we went onto lockdown. Our CMP got in. We're telling everyone to put their hands up, and we were all escorted out of the building and sent towards the community center where I met up with her in person.
I want to express my profound gratitude to the first responders, the RCMP officers who entered immediately that school, not knowing what awaited them, to the paramedics and medical staff at the Tumbler Ridge Health Center, to the teachers and the school staff who acted with extraordinary courage to protect the children in their care. In the darkest of moments, they showed the best of our country. I have spoken with Premier Eby to express my condolences and those of the Government of Canada. The Minister of Public Safety has been coordinating the federal response and is en route to Tumbler Ridge with the Premier and Minister Robertson. The MP, Bob Zimmer, is already there. Our officials are in close contact with their provincial and local counterparts to ensure that the community receives every support that we can provide now and in the weeks and months ahead. Mr. Speaker, we have been here before. École Polytechnique in Montreal, the Islamic Cultural Center of Quebec City, La Loche, Saskatchewan, Humboldt, Saskatchewan, Potepic, Nova Scotia. Each time, it breaks us open. Each time, Canadians show who we are. Mr. Speaker, in the days ahead, there'll be important questions to ask, difficult conversations to have. We owe that to the victims and their families. But now, it's time for grieving and remembrance. Now is for the people of Tumbler Ridge and the Peace River region, for a community that is enduring the unimaginable.
播报新闻是我的日常，必须时刻保持妆容和皮肤的最佳状态。当来到人生中最重要的时刻，也是 KS 逆时奇迹帮助我轻松驾驭，闪闪发光。KS 逆时奇迹活肤露全效精华、精华霜，多达5种 EGF 6大冻龄关键成分，保湿效果让我非常满意，小细纹也不再困扰我。我就是我自己的最佳女主角 ，KS 让我从容自信，光彩动人。我是我人生中的大女主，我的最爱我做主。KS 逆时奇迹系列热卖中。 下单请上快点购，透过中天新闻网 App 下单立减50，或输入 CTI 推荐码有额外折扣。